I waited all semester for the moment it dawns upon me, the moment when it clicks. All the ideas come rushing in, but I sit here with nothing. I'm lacking the inspiration I so desperately need. I thought by now I would have too many ideas, but I struggle for one. I looked forward to this all year. I thought of everyone I knew, everything I've experienced, anything I could possibly make a documentary about. But nothing ever came. I have nothing to pitch. No matter how long I sat there, nothing.
One of the biggest issues I see with projects pitched by newer filmmakers is that they have a really interesting topic, but there's no story. But to make your film great, you want to tell a story, which usually means finding a character who wants something and either gets or doesn't get what they want over time.
I often turn to music when I'm stuck. Since I wanted to make the music for this, I figured I'd start there. Maybe I'll find something. But I got nowhere. I had no idea what I was even making music for, and I went in circles.
To make your film great, you want to tell a story. Finding a character who wants something and either gets or doesn't get what they want over time.
I thought, what if I was the character? And this block was my story. A story of self-exploration. This final has been eating at me, making me second-guess my creativity, my passions, my inspirations. Why do I want to create in the first place? Why do I dream of filmmaking? Why do I listen to this kind of music and watch those kinds of movies? Why did I teach myself to play guitar? Why did I pick up a paintbrush at 21 years old? Why do I decorate my walls with whatever I can and rearrange my room and doodle and journal and make shitty music on GarageBand? Why not finance? Why not math? Why not engineering? Why do I care so much? Why not half-ass this? Just get it done. I think I have my idea, but I've got a lot of work to do, and not a lot of time to do it. I slept through class this morning and missed the rough cut. Not like I had a second of footage to show anyways. Over the last week, I shot anything and everything I could work with. Practiced my guitar for hours and hours and hours. I studied notes and keys and chords. I got to all the movies that I put off forever. I saw family. I saw my cat. I got out with a camera and shot anything I could with friends. I jammed with my friend and his dad in his basement. But after all of it, there was still no grand revelation. No answer to my why. But what I learned is you don't need a why. Maybe the why comes from you creating. I never thought of myself to be an artist or a creator. My parents weren't, they didn't put me in any art or music classes as a kid. I just thought creativity was a God-given gift, something you're only born with. And I was actually kind of right, except everyone is born with it. It's a universal God-given gift that we all possess, and I truly believe that. I often go to this quote from Rick Rubin: regardless of whether or not we're formally making art, we are all living artists. We perceive, filter, and collect data, then curate an experience for ourselves and others based on this information. Whether we do consciously or unconsciously, by the mere fact of being alive, we are active participants in the ongoing process of creation. I stayed present in the search for my why. I paid attention to the things that I appreciated, I disliked, things that made me uncomfortable, things that excited me, disappointed me. This presence helps you greater understand both yourself and the world around you. Art, imagination, creativity, these aren't just for painters and sculptors and writers. Anyone, no matter how old, how talented, how intelligent, no matter what profession, we're all creators whether we know it or not. From taking a different route home from work to creating a beautiful masterpiece, our entire lives are a form of self-expression, a reflection of all we've experienced. The reason we're alive is to express ourselves in this world, and creating art may be the most effective and beautiful method of doing so. So start that project, make that song, take that class, doodle in your notebook, dance by yourself, pick up an instrument even if you have no musical talent, write that story, reach out to that person, shamelessly express yourself to the fullest no matter how you think anyone will perceive you. Art goes beyond language, beyond lives, a universal way to send messages between each other and through time.
It still feels good.
If you get on the same time for even half a second.
Well, it's not fancy, but the feeling is there, and then you're creating something, and that's what it's all about, I guess, in music. Nice job.
Thank you.